After a rocky few hours of server hiccups upon release on Tuesday, XDefiant turned all the naysayers around with how quickly they fixed matchmaking. With their absolute fluidity of arcade shooter gunplay and just a straightforward presentation of what fans have been waiting for. No pay-to-win mechanics, microtransactions are strictly for cosmetics and weapon XP boosts. And did I fail to mention that this game is free to play? XDefiant is hitting it out of the park and we're all here to see it succeed. In yesterday's video, we covered the Cleaners faction. So now let's move on to our second group, Libertad. Their ultra ability is Medico Supremo. Deploy the Medico Packback for a large health and healing boost in a limited area. This ultra is amazing in Dominion and Occupy game modes. The powerful bonus health, bringing you to 200 HP, and regen boost allow you to secure a zone for about 10 seconds. If you happen to have a Phantom on your team, you can synergize with their Mag Barrier or Aegis in order to fortify your location even more. The enemy team will likely have to bum rush you with everything they have in order to stop you from accumulating zone control points. Biovita Boost. Fortifying Wave boosts health regen for you and nearby allies. Healing regen lasts 8 to 10 seconds with a 30-second cooldown. Essentially, this is a mini ultimate ability. The range on this ability is actually deceptively far, 65 feet. That's even wider than your ultra. You shouldn't have too much trouble applying this regen buff to multiple teammates during a skirmish. The great thing about this ability is that once you apply the buff, everyone can disperse out and still keep the increased regen for 8 to 10 seconds. I almost wanted to place this ability below El Remedio, the other activated ability, but once I realized that Biovita synergizes with your own passive and has a shorter cooldown than El Remedio, I figured that they're basically even, or Biovita is slightly ahead. Usage just happens to be your own preference or strategy for each individual situation. If you'd like more XDefiant content, please comment below and leave a like on the video. Subscribe as well so that you're notified when my next video drops, which should be later today or tomorrow morning. Alright, let's get back to Libertad 101. El Remedio. Throw a revitalizing gas canister that heals friendlies until destroyed or cancelled. Healing canister lasts 25 seconds with a 30-second cooldown. The first few matches I used the Libertad faction, I thought this ability was broken. The increased healing lasted so long that it was basically a guaranteed zone of safety. My teammates could engage in long-range shots, and as long as they didn't leave the 25-foot radius of my canister, they could survive and outlast their opponents. Not only that, El Remedio could be used similar to your ultimate ability, in the sense that your team can receive the increased healing and endure an attack while defending a zone. The healing for your teammates even continues after you're dead. Espíritu de Libertad. The contagious spirit of freedom constantly heals you and nearby allies. At first I didn't understand how close I needed to be to my teammates in order for them to receive healing. But after a few matches I realized that my teammates will receive a special icon over their head that is a medical cross inside of a square. Okay, now pay close attention because there's a couple of details you'll need to look for in order to activate your passive consistently. First off, if the cross is white and the square is empty with a green border, that means that your ally is in need of healing, but they're out of range of your passive. Now, when that icon turns into a white cross inside of a green square, you'll know that your passive is now healing them. The icon will also pulse from dark green to neon green as they're being healed. Once it disappears, they're back at full health. The passive alone makes you invaluable to your team. They will heal as long as you're nearby, and you'll receive extra points on the scoreboard for doing so. Everyone's happy. I'm not sure what optimal teams are going to look like in the months ahead for XDefiant, but I imagine every team will need at least one Libertad character. So that's gonna do it for Libertad 101. Next up is the Phantoms faction, so stay tuned for that. For now, I'll leave you with a few clips of Libertad gameplay. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.